So how long have you been on the drag scene here in San Francisco?
2.5 years now.
2.5 years. So what was the first show you went to and you're like going, wait a minute, this is something I need to be part of?
I was told to go to Tranny Shack and to go out and see shows like Cocktail Gate. And so I did, and I remember watching performers and dreaming about doing backup for them. I was like, I want to be a backup dancer so bad.
That's like the first step.
Totally.
Yeah, you help people on and off the set with their stuff.
Yeah, why not be a handler, you know?
Oh, yeah, well, Tranny Shack's awesome.
Yeah,
I was a male prop many times.
No,
I was a zombie one time. I was a UPS guy one time. Yeah. I was a special agent one time. I was protecting Charo, I think, and I was Freddy Krueger, I think, one time. So,
nice.
You know, you live with two drag queens, you get incorporated into the numbers.
It's true. I have a big background in children's theater. Tranny Shack and Club Something are definitely venues for
slightly more mature version.
Children's theater for drunk adults in the middle of the night at a club.
Do most drag queens, do they think of doing drag, or do they see it, and then what is the allure to them?
I think because I didn't long to do that until it just sort of presented itself, and then you kind of get the bug for it. I think that it's either in you or it's not, and then whether or not water gets poured on that seed kind of depends on who you run into here in the community and who kind of sees that in you and is like, oh, here's a little sunshine, here's some fertilizer, and here's some water. Grow. So it's
not just seeing it on TV. You have to be there and smell it.
Totally.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a big difference.
Literally smell it.
Because you see drag queens on TV, but it didn't get you the same way as when you were there in person.
No, and like the RuPaul's Drag Race stuff is like, that's great and everything, all that runway-ish more drag, but I mean, I want something a little raunchier. I want to rock a little chest hair and some... I want to...
Hers is a little bit more of her own.
That's my aesthetic.
I don't want to say old school or anything like that, but it's more towards that.
Yes.
Yes. I think that's why sometimes San Francisco drag doesn't translate for
I'm not really pageant material. Well, I want to know that's a dude up there.
I don't know. I was going to be Miss Texas, but never happened.
So it's the style of San Francisco drag more so than being there and smelling it and feeling it. It's more just
definitely.
Yeah.
And just the audacity of it and how the anything goes nature of it.
Yeah,
I like.
Because it's very different. RuPaul's Drag Race is a very small subsection of what drag is.
Oh yeah,
totally.
Yeah.
I love the show because it brought the vernacular of drag. When I first moved here, all the drag queens I knew, and they would tell me all these hints and stories and myths and legends, and then to have it all of a sudden have the show come up where all the verboten is all of a sudden revealed by RuPaul. That's great what she's done. But yeah, it's definitely a segment.
It's similar with dance too. Like people often say, like, "Oh, you're a dancer, so you watch, so you think you can dance." And that's what the nation and like the mass populace can identify as, because that's what they have access to.
Yeah.
So and it's good. It serves its purpose, but it's not all a big trick show of who can kick their knee up to their ear and do 10 million turns. There's a lot more to it than that. But
true.
Yeah.
Did you have to come out as a drag queen? Like coming out as gay, is that harder than coming out as a drag queen?
To physically put posts, to click the button post on Facebook and put that picture out there, and knowing that your mother and that your grandmother and that your friends who know you in a certain association are going to see that and be like, whoa, okay, that's a decision. I'd say it's probably maybe a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But it still was hard just because of like around the age that I was and the context that it was that when I had come out of liking men.
Yeah. Because some men say that gay men won't date them if they know they're drag queens. There's a certain level of shame.
I think that's
interesting. Yeah, I'm in the House of Glitter, and one of my aunts is Polly Del Mar, and she was talking to me about how she likes to make sure that when she's going out on a date, makes sure that she puts that out there up front, and she wants to let people know, because otherwise it's like you do what on date number 3? You're like, oh, okay, and like tiptoe.
I'm gonna drop you off
or something. So I mean it's good for people to know.
I think that's changed a little bit too, though. I mean, because it used to be leather world and drag world didn't mix, and now there are actually queens mixing those quite liberally, and it's to a great effect.
True. There's a lot of leather tonight in Tranny Shack. Stevie Nicks.
Where?
Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
Do you do the bearded drag thing at all?
I'm actually growing this out. We have a piece coming up about the death penalty that's been commissioned by the Equal Justice Society for Joanna Hygood's Zacco Dance Theater, where I play an inmate on death row. And so I have this really, Chef Boyardee, Campbell's Chicken Noodle Soup Boy face. And so I wanted to kind of add a little bit more man to it when I'm out there serving up some death row realness. Otherwise people are like, I don't believe he doesn't look like a troublemaker.
Give us your butch voice, your butch straight man voice.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Your prisoner.
You're talking about fucking me. Yeah, how about give us a you talking
I'm
to me?
having way too much fun up here with you.
You're talking to me? I come from New York. You talking to me?
You talking to me?
No, I got a good one. Ready? Forget about it. Can you do that?
Wow, yeah.
I'm going to have nightmares about that.
I might regurgitate something when I do that.
I do have some tough tough guy Italian fans back east.
Nice.
They're like, Maria, I love that fucking transsexual shit. I love that kinky shit. These are like straight guys.
Oh, wow.
Me and my buddies, you know, we love that shit.
We should be here late at night when they all run around at one time.
I just want to say his name.
I think our tranquilizer wore off.
Yeah. Reload the gun.
Well, thank you so much for spending some time under the Golden Gate with us.
You girls rock.
We can't wait to see more. So.